So if you're like any of the clients that I consistently work with, then you are probably a guy that plays it safe a lot. And so today I want to talk about how to stop playing it safe when it comes to talking to women so that you can come off as more confident, more charismatic, and you can be that guy that takes her home at the end of the night or even just gets her on a date because you're a guy that goes for what you want. Now, here's the thing. If you're a guy that's in his 20s or 30s and you've gone the traditional route of going to school and playing it safe, sticking to what you're good at, and just doing the right thing your whole life, then you're probably a guy that likes to play it safe and you're pretty risk averse. And that's actually a pretty good thing if you want to get set up in life pretty stably, at least. But it's actually a really bad thing when it comes to talking to women. All right. And so the reason it's bad is because if you can't take risks, you can't win on like an extraordinary level. You have to take some risks. Anyone that's ever done anything great has like taken massive risks, right? And I'm not saying that you have to be like some crazy multimillionaire by 30 or even by 40, or even by 50, because that's really early to do that. But what I am saying is that if you want to have a life that is good, where you don't feel like you're settling down or you're settling for someone that you don't like that much, then you're gonna have to take some risks, because the way that you've gotten here by playing it safe has gotten you what you've gotten so far in life. And that's with your dating life, that's with your job and everything. And you might have some savings, you might have a house, you might have some things going for you, but you've played things safe your whole life, and now whenever you talk to a girl, you shit your pants if you have to ask her out, and so you just play it safe, and you end up in a conversation that goes nowhere because you don't know how to go for what you want. And so if that sounds like a familiar like setting to you, if that sounds like a familiar thing that happens to you, then you probably are the types of guys that I usually work with. And the thing I have to tell you about this is that you have to be willing to leave your comfort zone. So the first thing you have to do is acknowledge that you play things too safe, and you're too safe of a guy. If you're getting told by girls that you're too nice, it's not because you're too nice, it's because you're too safe. It's because you don't take any risks. It's because you don't have any fun. You don't know how to have fun because you play everything safe, and you want everyone to like you on like a mediocre level instead of being more polarizing, which is what is more attractive, which is like, I want girls to really fucking like me or not like me at all. And that will get you a lot more results when it comes to, sex, dates, anything when it comes to women, or even like making really, really close friends, a really good social circle. Is like being more polarizing is going to help you be a leader. Leaders have to take risks, and you have to be a guy that's willing to, put himself outside of his comfort zone and actually get rejected more often than you get accepted by people, or more often than she wants to go on a date with you. I get rejected easily more than I approach girls. I get rejected more than I get successes, but it doesn't take that many successes to actually like have a really robust dating life. Like if you ask any guy if 2 to 3 dates a week would make him super happy in terms of his dating life, then you're going to get the answer yes, like 99% of the time. Unless you have some guy that just wants to go on some crazy rampage, in which case, maybe 5 dates a week, a date every night, whatever, or a rotation of girls plus like a couple dates a week or whatever. But no matter what, like you're going to get roughly a number around 2 to 3 dates a week. And that's what guys are going to aim for if they want a really robust dating life. And you can get that by just going for what you want and getting rejected a lot. Like you can get that. But the problem comes when you don't know how to take risks, and you don't know how to do it in a calculated way, and you don't know when you're being an asshole or when you're just being polarizing, and you don't know all the blind spots, right? You don't know what you don't know. And so that's why, having a mentor or someone to guide you, or even just watching content and doing trial and error is what you need to do. So it's like one of those two choices. And so if you are a guy that has played it safe his whole life, here are 3 things that you can do to completely cut out that behavior and start fixing it. And this is actually something one of my clients has done recently. So first, I want you to go out and ask a girl out with there's no question whether or not you're asking her out, okay? So that means like, hey, I thought you were cute and I wanted to go out with you. Like, that's it. Just go up to a girl you've never met and she'll be like, hey, I thought you were cute, I wanted to get your number. You're gonna get rejected. But the point is to get rejected, all right? You need to get rejected without any way of saving face. You need to like kill your pride, let your pride die a little bit, and just go get rejected by a girl, all right? That's number 1. Number 2, you need to take a risk. So that means going into a social situation that you haven't ever gone into before, like pushing yourself to like Go talk to that group of girls, even though it's fucking scary, because it's risky and they might not like you. They might, you might make a fool of yourself or whatever. Go take a risk, all right? That's number 2. And number 3, it's kind of similar to number 2, and you probably knock these out in the same action, but take your life by the goddamn balls, man. When was the last time you actually felt aggressive about living life? So many guys fall into this trap where they live life in such a passive way. And I can tell you for a fact that I do that way more than I want to. And every time I do it, I feel like shit. And I never feel alive. I never feel good. There's a reason that I coach the guys that I do. It's because I used to be that guy. I used to be the guy that played things too safe, that was passive, that didn't go for what he wanted because he was too scared or too shy or assumed that he couldn't get it. And you need to realize that it is literally your choice to not be that guy. It is literally your choice, okay? You can choose to be a guy that goes for what he fucking wants. And that is on you. And whether you do it or not, you have to live with the consequences. At the end of the day, we're all gonna die. No one's gonna care. No one's gonna care about you or who you are or anything about you. No one's gonna remember anything. And so you might as well go talk to the girl. Go take risks. Go do shit. Take your life by the balls. You might as well do that. Because I actually got this from Alex Hormozi. If you're an entrepreneur, you should watch his stuff. No one talks about the Queen of England anymore. She was like an icon, one of the most wealthy people on the planet, the most influential, powerful people on the planet. This video that you're watching right now is the last time, it's the first time you've heard of Queen Elizabeth in like months. Easily. Unless you saw the tweet I'm talking about. Like literally. No one's thought about her. She's dead. She's gone. Who cares? So if no one cares about her, no one cares about you. And no one cares that you made a fool of yourself at the bar. No one cares that you went up to that girl and she told you to fuck off. No one cares, man. All right? Go out. Go take your life by the balls. If you want to apply to work with me, you can either DM me Attract on Instagram. It's TimBrazile4. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, there's a link in the description to book a call with me to work with me and my team. I don't work with everyone, so you have to apply. All right? I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.